Good morning. It is Wednesday, January 26, 2022. Back here for Daily Shakeup number 466. And the topic today is feedback, in particular, personal feedback. And even more specifically, asking the question, are you open to feedback? Really open. And most important, would the people you lead, your team, agree that you're open to feedback? We all want to think we're open to feedback, and many of us say we're open to feedback, but the reality is most of us don't demonstrate an openness to that feedback. We are resistant, we're defensive, we do that with our words, with our actions, and often we fail to show that we are even considering the feedback we got. Tough. Sometimes feedback is tough to hear. In fact, sometimes it is in fact painful because it's true. I've learned to embrace the gift of feedback. I crave it. I'm hungry for it. And people around me would typically say, I believe, that I am open to feedback. But the best way to find out is to ask them. One of the things I do when I start working with a team is to do a little survey, and that's one of the questions. Is this a culture of feedback? Are people open to feedback? And in particular, are the leaders modeling an openness to feedback? They genuinely listen. They ask questions to understand the feedback and the impact more than to ask others to prove it. So here's a quick tip. While it seems like a natural question, when someone gives you feedback, especially if it's general and it's not about a specific incident, and you say back to them, can you give me an example? While that makes some logical sense, often that is heard as a resistance or defensiveness to the feedback, that you don't really believe it and you need to have it proven. Because if someone's telling you about something you've done or said and the impact it had on them, there's nothing to prove. They had the impact. All there is to understand the ways that impact happened and what could be different in the future. Feedback is, yes, about being open and listening. It's also about taking that feedback in and making those changes based upon that feedback, making those adjustments, so long as they're in alignment with your values. After all, leaders are about the others, not what they want for themselves. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself, everyone around you, and by all means, stay connected.